Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today I would like to share the knowledge about statistics. And first of all, I would like to tell about this statistics is the most important subject for the researchers to write a research paper or the review article. So it is important for any researcher to get the full command about the statistics. So today my topic about this subject is statistics terminology and definitions or statistical tutorial, and this one is the first lecture of the statistics. My name is SarfrazRahman, and I'm a PhD holder in the Department of Parasitology. I would like to share these terminology with references these books, the design and analysis of experiments, 8th edition by Douglas Montgomery. So other is the internet sources, and this one is the another sources. So it is important that I will put a request to subscribe my channel and also push the button of bell icon. So for the PhD students or the scholar, it is important this the course title is experimental design, and course number is stat 01002, total marks 60, practical 40, and theory that is the 20 marks. So the software I would like to give and deliver the lecture about different statistic software, that the Excel software, SPSS, Minitab, and Orange language software. I will describe these software one by one in the next lectures. So basic terminology, and the first of all I would like to tell about statistics. This statistics is one of the known branches of the mathematics, and that is used to study analytical data. Uh, and other definition is the study of analysis, presentation, collection, interpretation, organization, and large data presentation. It can be defined as a function of a given data. Mean you have collected the data, and after collection of the data, then you arrange, organize, and present their data. That is called the statistics. So it is very important that statistical you should know about the statistical terms. What is the biostatistics? Actually, it is used to study statistical for biological or variety of research field and topics and public health or medical applications. So this one is the biostatistics. So it is important for the medical students, and also the veterinary students or the students which belong to the different biological disciplines. So it is important this term, that the biostatistics. Next is one is most important definition is experiment, a planned activity whose results yields are a set of data. Mean that it is the data you get from the experiment. It is a test or series of tests in which purposeful changes are made to input variable, so we may obtain an identified the reasons of changes in output response. Mean that you put input in the experiment and definitely you expect the changes in the output. So it is the procedure undertaken to make a discovery, test a hypothesis, or demonstrate a known fact. Mean actually the purpose of this experiment is that you apply or you make a sketch and give input and you may have the good expectation that you will get the good results or the good response, and that is the actually experiment. So what is the experimental design? A process of planning the experiment so that we may obtain an appropriate data that can be used by the statistical method to draw a valid or objective conclusion. Mean this is the process. Mean you are going to do the any experiment, and it is important that you should go for your objective step by step. So next is that the categorical, these are the two type of the variable. That first one is the categorical variable, which one is the qualitative variable, and other one is the quantitative variable. And the categorical variable or the qualitative variable, it is first one is ordinal variable and other one is the nominal variable. Ordinal variable is it has the ordered qualitative variable in the given data, such as sometimes, always, never, frequently, or much more. Mean that the pain, severe, less, or mild pain, that is called the ordinal. And nominal, when you give the name of the variable, and that is called the nominal variable, like weight, other you are giving the color or something. If you put the name of the variable, then it is called the nominal variable. It has unordered qualitative variable in the collected data, such as gender, hair, color, and much more. Other variable is the quantitative data, and one is the continuous and discrete. Continuous, it has the numerical values with an infinite number of collected values, such as height and much more. And discrete variable, it consists of the numerical variable that are easily counted, such as the number of bacteria and others. They mean that discrete mean that you are representing a whole digit data, that is called the discrete. Like the seven boys in the class, the seven digit is the whole digit, that is called the discrete variable. And other is the continuous variable, like the height, that is 7.5 inch, 7.4 inch, that is that data is in points. So this point data is called the continuous data. So the other basic terminologies are the population, all the objects, individuals, measures whose characteristics have been studied. Mean you select the dog population, that is the whole population. And other thing is variable. How can you define the variable? A feature of interest related to a specific object or person in a given population. Sample, it is the subset of the studied population. Mean you selected the dog population, but for the experiment you should you select only the German Shepherd breed. So this German Shepherd breed, that is the sample data. How can you define the data? A set of outcomes a set of possible observations that can be separated into the two groups. And next is the groups. Quantitative are the trait that is indicated by the series of number, or qualitative a trait that indicated using a just label. Mean you are using the label just a color of eye or other thing. Next is the parameter, a number used to describe the characteristics of the population which is not determined easily. So this one is the parameter. Statistic, a simple numerical characteristic, a statistic that measure a similar population, and probability, a number that lies between 0 and 1 including a specific values. So that is called the probability. So next one is the hypothesis. It is the detailed prediction of statistical questions which are tested. And null hypothesis. In the null hypothesis, there is no relation between the set of groups. Mean when you are doing the experiment and you imagine that this will show the positive response, but at the end of the experiment you obtained that there is no response, then the hypothesis will be the null hypothesis. Alternative hypothesis, in this there is a relationship between the set of the groups and p-value. The probability of the test showed the difference between the comparison supposing the null function as true. So the next terminology that the significance level that is indicated, the alpha level, it has the threshold where the null hypothesis can be rejected. Standard value of alpha consists of 0.05, 0.01, 0.0001. If the value of p is greater than alpha, then the test fails in the category of the rejected null hypothesis. If the value of p is equal to or less than alpha, then null hypothesis can be rejected. Effect size, it is used to check the difference between the comparison value, and power, it is the ability to detect the difference between the truly existed values. So the principles of experimental design, the three principles: randomization, replication, local control or blocking. So the randomization is the data should be obtained randomly. Otherwise, replication, to run the complete experiment more than once. That is called the replication. And local control or blocking, it is used to improve the projection, precision of the results in any experiment involving of the nascence factor is very common. What is the nascence factor? It is the factor which affects our results, whose effects is not directly related to our experiment. What is the SRS? A simple random sample, a type of sampling in which each and every experimental units have a known and equal probability of being include a sample. So next, this is the guidelines of the experimental design. It is very important for the good experimental design. Recognition and statement of problem, selection of response variable, choice of factors, levels and ranges, choice of statistical design, performing the experiments, statistical analysis of data, conclusion and recommendations. So these one are the data. So thank you so much.